Hey, Vsauce, Michael here.
Cases of cheese mite dermatitis date back over 60 years in the United States, also known as cheese itch, though typically considered vermin.
He read those kind of books on me. He came and he read Aqidah books on me. Just as much as he learned the Arabic language, Aqidah. You see, he said, وَأَخَذَ بِنَصِيبٍ مِّن مَعْرِفَةِ ذَلِكَ. And he said he took a very good portion of that. So he had a good understanding.
Okay, last one. Millionaire Mindset Wealth Principle.
Affecting harder cheeses like aged cheddar in particular, they're sometimes intentionally added to cheese for added flavor. In the Journal of Dairy Science, the various species were recently identified.
But pay attention. Just having the narrations on the top of your tongue and just knowing it like that, having a lot of understanding, is not enough. He also is praising him for another thing, which is he was pious in himself. He was a right.
With mites, a nutty, fruity flavor and aroma evidently develops. The placement of the anal suckers can evidently be used to help differentiate between the different types, to make sure you put the right one in the cheese. Here's a...
Or capturing value in a new way. Innovation is something new to your business that fills an untapped customer need. Keyword, untapped customer need. It's not about doing new shit that you like. It's about fills an untapped customer need. Creating new value.
He as an individual was a noble, righteous person. The way he carried himself, the way he was, the way he conducted the people.
Goal number 15 is think innovation, not invention. Think innovation, not invention. What is the difference?
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Hey, Vsauce, Michael
Yes,
here.
take something that exists and make it better. You don't need new ideas. Doesn't hurt, but you don't need new ideas to make a lot of money. So what is innovation? Innovation is creating new value. What's the word?
Hey, Vsauce, Michael
What's
here.
the word?
وَعَدَمِ مَيْلِهِ إِلَى اللَّهْوِ وَاللَّعِبِ. He wasn't a person who deviated and was inclined, had any form of inclination
into multiple universes, in which every possible quantum event actually occurs. This fits perfectly with evolution, since even the most improbable events occur in some of these universes. In the case of Schrodinger's cat, the universe keeps splitting off into each alternative. In one, the cat lives, and the other cat dies. They both happen in different quantum universes.
Goes back to what the wife of Elon Musk said.
Michael here.
Very much alive.
Vsauce, Michael
For
here.
unconventional millionaires, innovation actually means innovative transfer. What's the word?
Hey,
Transfer of proven methods or strategies from outside their field into their field.
He was playing and joking and laughing. He wasn't like that. Allahu Akbar. This is a tazkiyah, by the way. It's a praise from a sheikh to his student. And if you're a student, my beloved brothers and sisters, these are the kind of characteristics that you need. You need to be...
There were no evidence for this interpretation. This is because the alternative worlds would be forever out of reach. And while quantum interference between adjacent worlds has been suggested, the possible evidence for it...
Now, I'm not sensing a great deal of love
Vsauce,
for philosophy
Michael here.
amongst the scientifically minded, rational, skeptical community here on YouTube. Regarding the ingredient attitudes towards philosophy of a well-established magic sandwich, for example, DPR Jones' barely concealed contempt is the pungent garlic, Aaron Ra's disdainful disinterest, the mildly astringent watercress, Thunderfoot's underdeveloped...
It is alive until one of the pilot waves in the sample causes a decay event. The many worlds interpretation was proposed by Hugh Everett III in 1957. This view sees the world as
Vous avez
constantly
une certaine conception de la métaphysique comme une discipline qui s'occupe non pas prioritairement d'un être en particulier, avec tous les aspects théologiques, par exemple, qui s'attachent à cette définition.
that of single particle interference is not unique to the many worlds interpretation. As a result, acceptance of this interpretation is purely philosophical and not scientific, because it cannot be tested. According to the consciousness causes collapse interpretation of quantum mechanics, consciousness causes the collapse of quantum mechanical waves. This is usually associated with observation. There is some supporting evidence for this, though the evidence is not exclusive to this interpretation, because
scientific naturalism, the processed meat of uncertain provenance, and concordances of shouted down shapeability, the bread and butter. This does not make for an appetizing prospect for the philosophical gastronom, not even one who is as enthusiastically pro-science, reason and skepticism as anyone on that esteemed.
E to the z is greater than 0, so it's never going to actually hit a point. It is going to approach a point when z goes very far down, and it's going to approach infinity when z goes very far up. So I'm just going to draw a graph. That's it.
Seeking knowledge. And the day you become like that is the day you start to become a person who's really going to learn. You turn away from everything else. You turn away from everything else. And the amount of your...
n'était pas du tout aussi dépassé et incongru que certains pourraient le penser. Et évidemment, l'idée de l'attelage avec la philosophie de la connaissance m'est apparue comme une évidence au sens suivant.
Y squared equals r squared. So when z is a constant, the z cross section is going to be a circle with a radius of e to the z. So that's going to grow exponentially, and of course
passion that he has for knowledge, that he reaches a particular point where he starts to dislike sleeping. He starts to dislike eating. He starts to dislike everything other than...
I thought were problems are all gone. I don't have any problems. I don't have anything that gets me down. A week later, a guy came in that I knew, and he said, I heard about your experience. And I said, yeah, it happened. And I said, I heard that you were, you had a near-death experience, and you were out for about an hour. And I said, yeah, that's true. He said, well, the same thing happened to me. And I said, then I asked him what the meaning of life was, and he says, oh, that's easy. It's all about love. That was the perfect answer. So I got that message right away. Now, I studied the Bible. It's taken me a long time. I've been doing it for 6 years. Up to that,